Hey everybody out there, Chris McMorrow coming at you with this next video in the series, and I'm going to talk to you about the demands people have on their dollars. Um, Specifically, I'm going to talk about what happens if you were to save every dollar you made in a perfect vacuum, and what that would look like versus what actually is occurring to families in the U.S. At this time. So I'll get right into it. Let's talk about a 35-year-old person who makes $100,000 and plans to do so. Just assume they make $100,000 for the next 35 years. Now, if they didn't have to do anything with their income, they saved every dollar they could. At the end of 35 years, assuming a 6% rate, they would have over $11 million. Right now, we all understand that this isn't possible because there are other demands on our dollars. Biggest thing is taxes. You take 25% right off of that for taxes. You can't save every dollar. Averages here, I'm going with people spend 20% for housing. So we've got 25% for taxes, 20% for housing. Let's just say 5% for entertainment, 10% for transportation, which would be cars and gas, things like that. Consumer debt would be another 10%, and healthcare is up there. I would say 7 to 10% for healthcare costs, including dental and all of that. So, what does that really break down to? Well, if given the demands on your dollar, if you could only save 5% of your income for the next 35 years and you got a 6% rate of return, that's only $600,000 at the end of 35 years. So you can see that a lot of the times people are being pulled with each dollar into different directions, and if you're trying to plan for retirement, the dollars are being demanded elsewhere and retirement takes a back seat. So one of the things that I like to go through with clients and prospective clients are how we can restructure, whether it's how do we pay down your debt, how do we free up some cash flow, how do we get your savings percentage from 5% up to 15%. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I am big on at least saving 15% of your money, and that's to outsave inflation, market fluctuations, taxes, opportunity costs, planned obsolescence, technological change. Just because, again, there are future demands on your money that you don't plan for. You don't plan for your car needing brakes and tires every 3 years. You don't plan for your house needing a new roof at some point, where you should. And that's why it's vital to have a properly structured plan that has these emergency savings vehicles included in that. All at the same time, again, given you're making an effort to save money on a monthly basis or through your paycheck to your retirement plan at work, you also want to be in a position where you're not losing money. That's a big thing, because once you earn a dollar and save a dollar, that money should compound for you over your lifetime. And again, sometimes looking at the various vehicles that people are utilizing for retirement savings may not be the best option for all of that money. Now, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't have a 401k with a company match, but you should look at the use of that money. Me having my own business, multiple businesses, I do not participate in those retirement plans that are offered through the government. And number one reason is I like having use of my money. If you put money into a 401k plan or an IRA plan, 403 big, that money is locked up until you're age 59 and a half. And if you have to access that money before that, you get hit with taxes and potentially an early 10% withdrawal penalty that is hard to recoup over your lifetime. Imagine this. If you were approached by an investor who had the next Microsoft idea and they needed a $20,000 investment from you, and you say, hey, I would love to do that. I love your idea. I see this as being the next big thing. Unfortunately, I have all of my money locked up in my 401k plan at work, and I can't access that. And obviously, if it hits like a Microsoft or an Amazon, then you'd be kicking yourself every day for the next 50 years on why you didn't do that. Because you couldn't. So having use of your money and the ability to use the money becomes crucial in a well-orchestrated plan. Now, coming back to the demands on your dollar, I know it's tough. Families that have multiple children, the cost of daycare is anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500 per month. People need cars, so they drive cars. They've got car payments, and a lot of people are carrying credit card debt. So again, it's important to really dive in to see what demands you have on your cash flow and what things actually can be adjusted to help you meet your goals, whether it's education planning, retirement planning, buying real estate, whatever that case is. It's important to really look in that. And the next thing would be being committed to managing your cash flow very stringently to maintain and get to the goals you're looking to get to. So I know I'm kind of going on here on different topics, but let's circle back. The demands on your dollar are very high, especially if you have a young family. It's hard to save money. So a lot of the strategies that I'm using are looking at what you're currently doing, how do we shuffle the deck and make the strategy a little more efficient from a tax-free nature, from a safety risk of principal standpoint, and also taking into account the other eroding factors of wealth, which are the inflation, taxes, planned obsolescence, technological change, and market fluctuation. If you have any questions on this, let me know. I'm happy to help. You can reach me via Instagram or on my YouTube page. If you leave a comment for me, I look at those all the time. And also I'll leave my contact information up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do to my YouTube channel. Don't miss the latest videos as they are published. Thanks, and talk to you soon.